The Beachside Redevelopment Board meeting for November 12th, 2025. Miss Jessica, roll call, please.
We're going to do the roll call. Amy Pyle.
Here.
Gary Colopsa is not here today. Tom Caffrey.
Here.
Helen Humphreys. William Bitford.
Here.
Vernon, he's not here. Vernon's not here. And then Timothy.
Here.
We have a
Okay.
roll call we can do.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Stand for the pledge, please.
Yes, ma'am.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, next item is approval of the minutes. If anybody has any comments on the minutes, I mean, I read them, I'm good with it. Can I get a motion to approve? Tom, motion. Second, Tim. All in favor? Aye? Aye, aye, aye? Okay. Minutes are approved. Staff report. Angela.
Good evening, board members. Angela Armstrong, project manager for the Main Street and South Atlantic CRA. Tonight, I'm going to give you a brief redevelopment report, and you have copy of the report, so you can have also written memo with all the updates that I have for you. So the first point is partnership with APCO International Community Beach Cleanup. APCO International is a nonprofit public safety organization located in Daytona Beach. They provided complete public safety communications expertise, professional development, technical assistance, and outreach to benefit their members and the community. APCO International is improving our local community through volunteers' efforts, such as beach cleanup. They request a partnership with the South Atlantic CRA, and they are requesting a $225 for purchase of essential cleaning materials like bags, pickers, upper waters for their volunteers. The event will be, it is scheduled for November 21st and December 5th in the South Atlantic CRA. They have approximately 26 volunteers that will be cleaning up the beach in those 2 days. If you are interested in the information, I can send you the information via email. And that is done administratively. We don't need a vote for that because it's a small amount.
So a question that I would have is that the beach is county. I don't recall being involved in anything like this before, so it's new to me. Have we done this kind of thing before from the city, where the city donates?
Yes, it's Beach and South Atlantic, A1A.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
they're covering.
Okay, so it includes the beach and the A1A area.
Yes, because
that
they are
whole
going to do the beach part and then all the surrounding areas.
Okay.
Where's it start and where does it end?
The splash pad, Volusia, where they are going to park over there. One group is going to be divided from ISB till Silver Beach.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Yeah, sounds good.
The second point is the Main Street Streetscape public meeting. I have included the flyer for this meeting. It is very important. On November 18th at the Peabody Auditorium, we're going to hold the Main Street public meeting for the Main Street Streetscape project at 5 p.m. We are requesting residents, business owners, and stakeholders to review the design concept that you already reviewed, and provide input to city staff. Public Works and the consultant will be there to explain the project and to receive the input from the community. It is very important to us to receive those comments before we make the presentation before the City Commission and the CRA. because we want to make sure that the community is involved in this project and we know what are your opinion is. And that is again November 18th at the Peabody Auditorium, 5 p.m. The third thing is the Christmas lighting on Main Street. We made the request to Public Works to have Christmas lighting. I know we have discussed this item in the past. Some board members, business owners, they have expressed that they would like to see more lighting on Main Street. Christmas lighting. And so all palm trees, approximately 80 palm trees, has been wrapped with Christmas light along from Halifax to Ocean Ave. And that's besides the regular Christmas decorations that we normally have. And the expenditure for the Christmas lighting was $30,720.
Okay.
And we're using the same contractor that the Public Works use. We have a continuous service contract with them. They provide our Christmas holiday decoration for the city.
So did you say it's Public Works or it's a contractor?
Well, Public Works is the lead. Public Works has the contract with the vendor.
Okay.
But the funds coming from the CRA. The next item is the Beachside security. Based on the concern from some board members and some commissioners, we have requested a quote for a Beachside security officer from the First Coast Security. That's the same company that we're using on Beach Street. Due to the area being so big, it is not possible to have foot patrol like we have on Beach Street. So 2 auctions were provided. This is just for information. Nothing has been presented to the commission. This is your information only. If we decide to go with a golf cart, it's $135,000 annually, Monday to Saturday, 16 hours per day, 96 hours per week. And that's the same schedule that we have on Beach Street. If we decide to have a vehicle, a car, is $148,000 annually, the same schedule. We are also exploring the option to have a detailed police. As I don't know if you saw the last CRA meeting, Commissioner May request the other commissioners to explore that option as well, to have a detailed police. We don't have that number yet, but as soon as I have how much it will cost to have a dedicated police officer at the Beachside, I will share that with you. And then share with the commissioners, because at the end they are the ones who make the decision. But roughly that is the amount that we need to set aside.
Does anybody have any questions on that one? Comments?
Yeah, so the park across the bridge is about 25 acres. What is the difference in size comparatively? Like what are the parameters in which you guys outlined for the security detail to work Beachside? Like what did you give them as far as like this is your
route?
Area? Yeah, this is your area. Yeah.
So it's from Peninsula, and I think I should have included the map. Is all the boardwalk, the pier, cross Ocean Walk, go A1A, Auditorium Boulevard, all the way to Peninsula, and come on Main Street. So that's the route.
Okay.
Different with B Street, that is just B Street.
Sure.
So, because that's what we hear, that is the Beachside, right? Now, if you want to suggest another route, just cover the boardwalk, then we can have a foot patrol.
Yeah.
That only covers the boardwalk.
Right.
Yeah, in at least in my view, you know, I'm speaking for myself as a business owner, not anything. I don't necessarily think we need a foot patrol on Main Street. I think the Beachside in that A1A boardwalk corridor really needs one, mainly the boardwalk, right? So I don't know necessarily if it needs to, again, in my view, that it needs to be expanded down all of those thoroughfares. There's no reason to go down Auditorium to Pinewood Cemetery and hook a left and come back down Main Street. That I don't see any benefit to that, really. So that, again, just my view. I think it should stay on that A1A corridor, Ocean Avenue, or boardwalk only, in my opinion.
Go ahead. Gary.
He will be busy enough on his own, just in that corridor on A1A, Ocean Avenue, without even getting into the back streets. There's more than enough to keep you busy during that.
I don't think it needs to go that broad.
And we're there all the time, 365 days a year.
Yeah, but we have business owners near to the Peabody, near to the Corvin building, that are complaining about.
That's not far, actually, to extend down those little side thoroughfares.
So that's
That would be
why.
easily-
So we said let's have a quote, and this is not set in stone. We're just trying to get a quote how much it will cost
Right.
to have to cover the Beachside, the Main Street area.
And obviously the route could adjust, like,
course.
once you get in there and it says, listen, I need to spend more time in this area, so on and so
course.
forth. And, well, I would be interested to see the comparison with, you were gonna explore the option of a detailed police officer, the comparison in price for that, as opposed to, a private security company. And then I'm assuming, like, when it says golf cart, it's a golf cart with a person in it.
Of course.
And then vehicle with not like two people, or it's just one person
just
in
one officer.
one of these vehicles. Okay. Any other questions? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Main Street is a good idea because we know what's going to happen is once they start patrolling the boardwalk, Ocean Avenue, A1A, they're just going to push and they're going to get pushed. They'll end up coming down the Main Street area of the problems. So they'll move in your direction. So it's best to corral the cats as soon as possible.
They're there all the time.
Well,
But again, it's a little bit different, as far, in my opinion, on the
Yeah.
street, But again, I'm just one person.
yeah,
so.
I mean, they're going to be there. Might as well just do the loop. I mean, I don't think it'll make that much of a difference unless you shrink it up. Maybe, well, you're only going down the peninsula, right?
Right.
Yeah, so.
And if it's very visible, that's going to help. Because once they start knowing this guy's coming around,
they'll start gravitating somewhere
it's
else.
kind of
Yeah.
like a street that has a lot of cameras on it. Like I live on a street where we all kind of have cameras, and it has helped. There's a lot less traffic through there. Just people wandering around, looking in trash cans and stuff. Just having the visibility of observation. So.
Does the golf cart have Daytona Beach Police Department markings, or?
No, it's
a-
first call security. This is
Oh, this
Private.
is a security
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Private security
We
company.
haven't got into the details how much it will cost
gotcha.
to use the police.
I missed that part.
Well, it needs to be,
Because remember, the reason why we decided to go with the first call security is because we already have a contract with them, and the difference is the money from the CRA needs to stay in the CRA. So it's easier for us to track a community policing through the first call security rather than the police department. Because the police department, if they receive a call, they have to go. We will have a permanent people if you use it. I'm not saying that I prefer one or the other. It's just that we need both options.
They don't
They don't leave.
well, I think that sounds like a pretty good value if you think the golf cart situation works, because it's literally like 4 times what it costs to wrap the trees for Christmas. So,
absolutely.
I think we're getting.
I know. Well, I know that when Teresa and I did it the first time with the Main Street Merchants back in 2019, I think it was significantly less. I know costs have changed and everything like
for
that
the Christmas
for the
lights.
Christmas lights. Yeah. But yeah, the cost here doesn't seem bad, and I think the golf cart's probably the better idea than the vehicle.
Yeah.
Easier to maneuver. It won't get stuck, in traffic and so on.
Also, you hear better. You don't have engine noise coming up and all the other stuff. You know.
You don't have to roll the windows down to say, "Hey." All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Actually, one more question. Sorry. If a business owner has an issue, can he call the security company or does he call the police department?
Well, if the security has a number that you can call.
Yeah.
They are unarmed. They don't have.
Yeah.
And they don't have the ability to arrest nobody.
Yeah, because you could have a problem, and the police will tell you during Bike Week and some of these events, that's not a priority. We're going to get to you in like 3 hours. I mean, literally, if it's shoplifting or something, maybe, someone's causing trouble on your property, it takes them some time to get to you.
Unless it's something super serious,
Yeah.
they're gonna push it off.
Yeah.
Can I add one thing? I have a security company, and the one thing I would add in this from my experience, and I've done it for quite a long time, more than a lifetime. It's sad to say how old I'm getting. But I like the idea of the police doing it, even though it might be a little more expensive. At least that way, if somebody here has to call for help, at least the police can actually act and have arrest powers rather than waste a whole lot of time, because now you're going to have security calling for police anyway, which will put more of a strain on the system.
We're gonna get a price on the police officer, so we can compare.
Yeah, that's a good
So
idea.
we'll see what the difference is.
There's really no price you could put on safety, though.
Any other question?
No, thank you so much.
And one of the last point, because I have another one. The police department requested our support to buy Meridian barriers. These are barriers that they block roads so vehicles can't proceed when we have events. They normally borrow some of them because we don't have enough. They normally borrow from the FDLE or the Volusia County Sheriff Department for Bike Week. And they are used on Main Street and other CRAs. So the price for 3 trailers with barriers is $300,000, and we have allocated $80,000 from the Main Street CRA to buy those barriers. And I put a little image on your staff report so you can know what they look like. It's a metal thing that they avoid vehicles from.
So what's pictured in the trailer here comes out of the trailer and
Yes,
gets
those
set
are
up?
the barriers that goes on the road.
Right.
When we close the street, they put it on the road so the vehicle cannot have access.
So I'm just having trouble imagining that is sturdy enough.
Yeah.
Like, what are they made of?
So they're several hundred pounds. I think they're around 500 pounds each or something. And so they look like they just stand up, but there's a big flat base that goes out, and they're deployed everywhere. They're really good. And then they have like teeth. If the car was to hit it at a high velocity, that'll dig into the road and do that. Obviously nothing's foolproof, but it does help.
It's a good temporary measure. Yeah, I got that. Okay.
I hate them.
And then if we bought those, we'd have them for every event.
For every,
Yes. So it's there's a reuse.
Any CRA and of course the city is going to have, is going to put their part so we can.
So the 3 trailers of barriers become ours, or it's shared over the entire city?
It's share over the entire city because each CRA is going to put a part of money and the city as well.
Okay.
The big part there is the safety thing, because right now people could just run right through there and just mow people over. So I'm definitely for it, even though I don't necessarily feel I like it, but it's just what it is. Safety. Safety has to come first.
And because of safety is why we are allocating the money for this. And my last item is you have copy of the 2026 calendar board meeting for you to review. And just, it's the same
Second Wednesday.
Second Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Same place. It's just for your information.
Okay.
Do you have, and code enforcement, Ms. Pyle has been requesting a code enforcement officer to come here and give us report. So I have said that they have a conflict on their schedule. Wednesday is not a good day for the code officer. I talked to Denzel again, and he told me the same thing. However, he promised me that he's going to send a written report December, which is the end of the year report for you to review.
Okay.
And then quarterly, we will have a report from code enforcement like we have from Public Works.
Okay. That sounds great. I was going to would it be possible to ask, because I think something that I had envisioned us doing if we had a code officer here is to present things that we would like them to look at, you know, and I know there's a code reporting system and so on, but this seems like a good forum to bring things up and, you know, if the members agree. But is there a way that we can, if they're going to give us a report, we could have an item where maybe we bring up things that we would like code to look at and then we give it to you? Or,
Definitely.
okay, so
Yes.
like, you know, just kind of put it on the agenda. If everybody likes that idea, I would put it on there for each meeting and just say, anybody have anything that you might want to submit to code, and we'll do it in the public forum. And, you know, like, oh, I noticed this wall falling down or whatever it is. And I mean,
Yeah, that and you.
and then
you
we
know,
could kind of,
we have that tool that click, see it, and fix it that you can use as well. You can send me an email. I'm going to forward to them, of course.
right.
But you know, if
And we
that
use,
makes
we
it-
use those, but sometimes it's, you know, might be something we want to discuss. I don't know. But if you guys like, everybody's nodding their head, so maybe we'll try that in December and see how it works.
Yes, and I also provide you with the 2026 budget. The document has all the CRAs, but I highlighted where is Main Street and South Atlantic CRA for your information.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay,
Yeah. Nope, thank you.
good. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, guess what, folks? We're already at public comments. And I have one speaker that has signed up. Let me see if I can read this name. John Nicholson? There he is.
Hi, John. Hi, John. Good to see you.
You look familiar, actually.
Yes, unaccustomed as I am to public speaking. John Nicholson, 413 North Grandview Avenue. A couple of things that you talked about. Streetscape, I'm not going to be able to go to, but be aware, look at it, because they had meetings on A1A, and several people do not like what happened on A1A. So I don't want you to look at it, not pay attention, and then come back and say, oh, by the way, we need to change all this stuff. Okay? I'm waiting from David to find out about the bollards on A1A. It's supposed to be 120 bollards at each intersection for 8 intersections. Those are those metal things, 40 on each corner.
It doesn't look like they did anything part of construction already.
Oh.
I think they would have.
No, they're going to widen the sidewalks and then the bollards go in. Okay? So I don't like the bollards because we have those massive electricals, so people have to walk into the street. I don't like that idea. Secondly, the security. We already did that once. It cost us $1 million a year. We got them for half an hour. It was a 12-hour shift. They came, went to the substation, did their paperwork, went over to Midtown, was there 10 and a half hours, then they came back and did their paperwork. We had to go to the state. The state had them reimburse us during Glenn Ritchie's time, right? So if we do police, they can do the same thing. It's not that I don't like having the police, but I don't like the idea of having to pay for Midtown again. So if what we get, we want to keep, brings me back to the security. I saw the Bethune Cookman College security apparatus at the Magnolia Bridge.
The vehicle.
No, the things you're going to pay for, $80,000.
Oh,
right?
okay, the Meridian barriers.
There it is, yes. Yes, they will work. Apparently, when you hit them, they come up and hit your carriage and stop
Oh,
the car.
okay, gotcha.
So, yeah, it looks flimsy, but
Yeah.
when you realize that
Try
you go
it.
like this,
Right.
it's a carriage.
Interesting.
I don't mind the $80,000. I just don't like the idea of not having them when we need them. Daytona Beach has 9 major events. If we get them twice a year, I don't think it's worth it, all right? Because it's basically going to the other parts of the city. So I would ask you to look at it very carefully and know when we get it. So when we have New Year's Eve, because I'm hoping New Year's Eve comes to be a very big event, I would like them not to say, oh, I'm sorry, we're giving it to somebody else.
Well, they deploy them for every event now. So every single event that we've had on the street since probably April has had those barriers up at both ends of the street. So that's 8 events between Al Smith and Main Street Merchants, and then it's the Bike Week and Biketoberfest, and then New Year's Eve. So that's 11 right there that we've had them for. So
Private events?
yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm guessing that you will not be happy with it. The city has a habit of taking money out of the Main Street CRA for other CRAs. Kelly had a thing, I did a walkthrough with Kelly, and she recommended that because we're going to redo the street on Main Street. So what good is it to have all these not nice buildings on the side after we've done the street? So she suggested that we look and have somebody do a unifying diagram of what each building could be enhanced by. So if you look at a building and if you add a brick here, if you had wood here, if you had whatever, to enhance each individual one, if you say $10,000, okay? We're giving $50,000 anyway, as long as they enhance the place, right? So if we can go down and say, Tom, you've got this building, all right? It's a new building. The architect says if you add this, this, and this, it would enhance the look of it. We'll pay for it. Would you want to do it? What would your answer be if we paid for it and you like the design?
If I like the design.
And it's free.
And it's free, it's for me.
Okay? It's that kind of thing, all right? Because if we have the same buildings looking, there's a 4-letter word I can't use, but I want to say it. Looks like, yes.
I agree with you.
Old.
I think that's an interesting idea, yeah.
Looking old and tired.
Pardon?
Looking old and
Old and
tired.
tired.
That's not
yeah.
nice to
Old
say.
And tired, is it? Old and tired.
Yes.
Old and tired.
That's not exactly the word, but
It
it's close.
yeah.
Now, Burger King is sitting on, A1A has been empty now almost 2 years. They sleep on the sidewalk. That's another thing. If we have this, they're blocking the sidewalk. I don't know why that's acceptable, but they literally sleep on the sidewalks and you can't get through. And that passageway to the garage, they block it. 3 or 4 of them sit there because of the shade. So can we have the police literally move them along so they don't block the sidewalks? Especially when we have things at the Ocean Center. There's like 50 girls just walking down as a group, and then they've got to walk in the street to get around these people. So it's kind of awkward.
Thank you.
All right, and panhandling. Can we have a report on how, apparently there's a possibility of getting the panhandling ordinance back? Do we have a report on that? Thank you.
Have not heard about that.
Hey, John. Thank you.
There was something that was in a paper.
It's not going to be anytime soon.
Right.
It's before the federal court, so, and it would probably just bring it back temporarily while it goes back through the process again. So,
On again, off again.
Right. It probably wouldn't have any final decision until it possibly gets request to go to the federal Supreme Court and doesn't, so it's.
See what happens. Okay. So now we're on board comments. Who wants to start? Tim? No. Nothing? Nothing. Okay.
Well, okay. I got some positive things to say. Usually I'm up here nagging.
No, you're not.
I don't mean to, by the way, everybody. So there's a lot of good things the city has done as of late. On my street, of course, I have a charity which I help people with addictions, and the amount of drug activity is down at least 900%. Okay, the city has made some actions, and sadly condemning some buildings where a lot of the drug activity was going on, and very happy about that. Secondly, I've been where John was mentioned about the sidewalks, for people on the sidewalks. I've actually Narcan people there by the Ocean Center. So we've had some overdoses and stuff over there. Luckily, nothing fatal. So myself is, I'm pretty happy. And then the one thing only negative thing is, I think I went to a city commission meeting. They were talking about the P card. So I got a public records request, and I looked at all the spending of all the commissioners and such. And I think in the future we'll find, usually, and excuse my French, is when you're in an elevator and somebody accuses you of farting, usually they're the ones that farted. So I would probably pay attention to that in the future. If you get a chance, do a public records request and look at that spending with the P cards really closely, with who reported it, and you'll probably find a big surprise.
All right. This month, November 29th, 2 to 9, we have our second annual Light Up Fest. City of Daytona is helping us sponsor that. Going to have Santa on Main Street with Mrs. Claus. We're going to have music, some snow. Going to have coffee or hot chocolate. Going to have a bunch of food trucks, vendors. It's going to be a lot of fun. And the city did a great job with the lights. They do look fantastic, so they got them all up. It's funny that they started the Wednesday morning of Biketoberfest. that was something. Yeah. So that was pretty something. And then December 2nd.
What's the date of the light?
November 29th, 2 to 9. That day is also Shop Small Saturday, so that's why we do it on that day. November 29th, 2 to 9. It's Shop Small Saturday. Last year, Miss Humphreys said it was one of her best Shop Small Saturdays she's ever had, and she was really excited about that, where usually she's not too big of a fan of the street closing. So that was good. And then December 2nd, Volusia County is doing a daytime meeting for the beach driving again. They're bringing it up, so it's going to be on the agenda. Daytime meeting, so anybody that wants to go out to that, it's, hopefully we can get a good turnout. And that's going to be from Auditorium to International Speedway, with the potential of opening it up on that. And then then this meeting that's coming up on Tuesday for Main Street Streetscape, I think is real important. If you're in the area or you want to do something, the bump outs and different itinerations, there was 3 plans that I think we saw. There are good things on each one. In my opinion, the only thing that really needs to be done is the lighting for right now, until we figure out everything. I think that it's very pretty. It looks great. Just having the street shut for likely a year or, in phases is going to be terrible for the businesses, especially the ones that just opened. So I would like to see some thoughtful process on that when we have that meeting. So that's all I got, though. Oh, Veterans Day was awesome at the Veterans Memorial Park. We had a nice celebration, had about 100 people come out right underneath Veterans Bridge. It's the first physical event that we had at the park, and it was really, really nice. It was called Salute Your Sergeant, so it was really, really fun.
Did you ever get a chance to talk to the county about the Christmas decorations? No.
I did send you
Oh, you did?
Christmas decorations?
Amy, I
They
changed
put them
my
up.
mind.
Sometimes they don't light them until, they should light them a week before Thanksgiving when we have people here. We probably should do a much better job of putting forth that Christmas spirit, because all other cities really.
Yeah. I talked to the county. I tried to get them to do lights on the bridge this year for the first time, and I requested too late, but they're going to try very hard to get them done and ordered for us for next year. So
Who'd you talk to there?
I talked to a guy named Mario that I know. And he's going to look into it.
But
and then Greek Fest.
I did send you her contact information,
Oh.
Greek Fest.
just so we
That's
can
this
tag team and
I figured one of these guys would say. I figured one of them was going to say it. I was trying to give you guys the thing here.
I decided I wanted to say something and ask a couple questions. Number one, yes, the Greek Festival is this weekend, starts tomorrow through Sunday, 11 to 9 p.m. every night. Come eat, drink. Be Greek for the day. Weren't we supposed to come back with like recommendations of priority topics for the city? I mean, for the city commission. So there's that. The other thing is, did we start thinking about getting FPL and start working on our lights, since now it gets dark at what, 2:30 in the afternoon? Because it's horrible. A1A is this dark, all from end to end, at least until you get to the shores or Ormond Beach. So the lighting, that does a lot to keep the riffraff off the streets. So that's it.
Definitely agree with you.
I'm going to kick off on what you just brought up, because we did have a big discussion last meeting about what our recommendations would be for the redevelopment area. And then it wrapped up with, that there is supposedly a workshop coming up. And at the workshop, Angela can explain what is actually going to happen. But I took from our minutes, I jotted down a little list, which I'm going to go ahead and read, and then maybe you can help us understand where that's going to be shared, or
but are you talking about the list that we came up with the last time?
Yeah.
But Mr. Thomas said that they wanted also some capital projects besides the low-hanging fruit, which is kind of really important, the low-hanging fruit. But that's what I thought we were supposed to come back, so we give them a tier 1.
Yeah.
And then the
Well, I didn't.
maintenance
Did anybody
type
else
stuff.
come up with a big capital project?
Well, there's only 2 that I think of. I mean, and the main one is the pier.
Yep.
The pier, right? We
I mean,
mentioned that.
the pier, like 3 times over. I
Yep.
mean, that would be the impetus to growth again and bringing people back. And then the other thing is to, again, really concentrate on another garage, high-rise garage, multi-level garage. Those, I mean, you want capital projects, there's 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, the low-hanging fruit, get the lights working, the trash cleaned up, and the stupid transformer boxes wrapped so they look nice.
Did you see St. Augustine? They just announced that they're going to charge $40 to park in their garage. Mm-hmm. They just announced that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, $40
To go see the lights.
to go just and year round.
Yeah,
So that's going to be the
but
new
I
fee
mean-
schedule. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, on a side note, the St. Augustine thing, they are so busy that the locals are complaining, and they're looking at shortening their light season, where it was a certain amount of time. I think it was like Thanksgiving to like New Year's, and then they stretched it out another month, and it was so wildly popular. They're shrinking it now, so we don't have that problem.
No.
Admittedly.
They can come here. Maybe we can pick up their.
They're doing such a good job
Leftovers.
with everything that they're doing. We need to take some pointers from them, because we got a long way to go.
Good. So what I wanted to start with was, this is the summary of, just the short list of the things that we mentioned in our meeting last month that we would like to recommend to the city, as far as, and I'd like to put at the very top that, part of the discussion, we were told that we need to focus on what's in the redevelopment plan, but I'm going to just assert once again that eliminating blight is part of the redevelopment plan, and I think we all feel the same way. So streetlights along A1A was number 1, that they all need to be working, whether they're city or FPL. Somebody needs to figure it out. It's not, we shouldn't have to be walking down there and making lists and pointing and turning it into see-click fix, right?
If you
Gary?
can put in parentheses, we got 2 different colors of lights. And when I said something to somebody in the city, they said, well, we're just going to use up the other ones, and then, in the rotation, eventually 10 years from now, they'll all be white. Because for a while, the idea was to go with the amber ones because it did something for crime or whatever, and then they found out That didn't work. Now we're going back to the white ones. So now we got a hodgepodge of colors.
Okay.
If anybody wants to see what is proper, go down to the shores.
So
And
we'll-
let me know what your impression is of their streetscape project.
Yeah.
It's uniform, it's clean, and it looks the way it needs to.
So we'll say streetlights along A1A, uniform color, okay. More regular trash pickup, don't let trash cans overflow. Consider a clean team. We talked about a clean team that would go around and clean up. Lighting along Main Street, don't wait for the streetscape project. Let's figure out a way to install the electrical so it doesn't have to be dug up or redone later on, but we want those lights stringing across Main Street. Junction box or transformer wraps. And I'll just put my 2 cents. I'm kind of not wanting to do like a, kids art on, like a contest for kids art or something like that. I want something just amazingly beautiful, either nature, beach, something professionally done, and get those transformers boxes wrapped. Advertising on the pier. We talked about utilizing the space along the side of the pier to generate income with art that is sponsored or attractive advertisement of some kind. A dedicated security office. All right, we already talked about the security, so that was one of our ideas. And then my 2 cents, of course, was to review the LDC about parking and vacant lot standards, because I think such a big area of the CRA is either vacant or parking lots when we drive around. Imagine if every single one of them was cleaned up and looked good. I think that would improve. So then I would ask Angela, is there a redevelopment CRA workshop planned, and how does the presentation of our ideas get to the city commission? Because I don't know if that was really clear. I had a little misunderstanding about that we talked about.
Okay, so the workshop is December 9th.
Okay.
That's a Tuesday, 6 p.m. And I encourage you all to go and hear the presentation. So the direction that we have from our city manager is, after the workshop, we're going to let the commissioner know, or they're going to let us know how they would like you to present your ideas. Okay. Your project. Mm-hmm. I know that we will put you on the agenda as a presentation, so you don't have to deal with the 3 minutes or wait for public comments. It will be an item on the agenda. But I don't have a lot of details because the workshop hasn't happened yet. Mm-hmm. At the workshop, we're going to
figure it out. Yeah.
Yes.
So at the workshop, who is involved in the workshop? Because we would go as observers and sit around the outside of it. Who's at the table discussing? Is it commissioners or is it staff?
It's both. It's the commissioner. Staff is going to present to the commissioners.
Okay. In the workshop. Okay.
Yeah. They some commissioners requested a CRA workshop because they wanted to know our accomplishments, our priorities, and what we have done, and that's what we are going to provide during that workshop.
Okay.
All the things that we have done, how we allocate the money, what is our priority, basically what we've discussed here, we're going to present it to them.
Great. That sounds good.
Yep.
Thank you for clarifying that. At the last commission meeting, I listened to, I wasn't there, but I listened to it from home. There was mention that the commissioners are no longer receiving Bike Week sponsorship funds. Is that the case? Or can you explain that? Because
I don't have.
Did you hear them talking about that at the meeting?
Yeah,
Did
but
anybody else hear that?
I don't have information about
Okay.
Bike Week funds.
Well, I would be, Mike, do you know something about that? I mean,
When I watched the meeting, I saw that it was mentioned, one of the commissioners, I can't remember who, mentioned that we can use our Bike Week money coming up next year for something, and then I don't remember who spoke up, but somebody spoke up from up here
that we're
and said
not
that we're not going to
getting them anymore. So what I'm wondering, Bike Week funds, the sponsorship funds that the city commissioners typically have to disperse to nonprofits, come from the rental of banner space, basically, over city property. So like a Harley Davidson banner over Main Street, it's over city property. So they will, Harley will pay a certain fee for that, and it's split between the chamber or the CVB and the city. And the money that the city gets is distributed to the commissioners. So now it sounded to me like the commissioners are not getting those funds anymore. So I'm wondering, I was going to ask, and if you guys don't know, that's fine, but I would be curious, and I would like to know if someone can find out for us next time, because what is happening to the funds that are coming from the
Chamber of Commerce.
They're going all 100%?
No, I'm saying you can speak with the Chamber of Commerce of Jeff Brown.
Or Jeff Brown?
Yes.
Jeff Brown's on staff?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so it's not somebody that you could find out and bring back to us, or I'll do it? Okay, you'd rather me do it. Or you want to do it, Tom? Yeah, get us a report, Tom. Thank you, that's awesome. Find out, because I think obviously we're still generating the funds because the banners will still be there all around. Where's the money going? And I think it needs to come back into the area where it's generated. If the banners are on Beach Street, it can go there. If the banners are on Main Street, keep the money for us for cleanup after Bike Week. And
It all changed back somewhere around 2009 or so when the city gave the Bike Week to the chamber.
Right.
So
I understand how
yeah.
it started, but now apparently it's changed, and I haven't, it's like, I would really like to know where it's going. And then my last question is about, I've been seeing a lot of activity at a house on my block. I don't know if it's being fixed up for sale, 146, 148 South Grandview. Is it being prepared to sell, or do you know anything about the future of that building? Is it?
Yes, it's being prepared for sale.
Yeah. Kind of doing some fix up.
And if you see I'm sure you saw the board up, it's because we are getting ready to
Fumigate?
Yes.
Yep, okay.
Big house.
It is. Have you, I don't know if anybody's familiar, but I would ask, like, what I'm going to ask you guys to do, because I'm going to make a recommendation. I've already kind of said it, but I'd be interested in your opinion. It's a 2-story rental property. I think there's 2 units in it, one on either side, and there's a vacant lot that was a result of a demolition of another house, a big house, that's been sandwiched with this building. And in my opinion, for the look of Grandview, that vacant lot needs to be separated from. I don't believe it should still be associated with the rental property. It's sort of like, if you look at it, you'll kind of see what I mean. And I'm just asking for an opinion on that, because it could be a house. And if it is associated with the rental property, you're going to have a vacant lot that is sort of, I think it could become problematic with things being stored on it, and, kind of could get messy.
I would agree with you. It all depends on who buys it and what they want to do with it, so we can promote the right sale, or whatever kind of sale they're trying to do. They might have that as a rental and a place for the kids to play. We don't have any idea what they're going to do. I don't think we can probably step in there legitimately on property.
No, I'm just making my 2 cents known.
Do we know? I mean, are they 2 addresses on one parcel?
It's 2 address. Well, the 2 addresses are actually the building, and then the vacant lot is.
Is it to the north or the
to the north of it?
So it'd be like one. If it's to the north, the numbers go down then, right?
No,
So
yes.
144.
Well, 146, 148 is the building, and then the other one, I don't know. It might have been 142, 144.
Yeah. So it kind of depends if it's tied. Like, it could be if they're part of the same parcel. If they're not on parcel, are they not? Is it
It's one parcel now, and I think if it was combined well, it could be nice.
I mean, but if you cut it off, it could become a non-conforming lot. So then it'd be a problem to have to develop on it.
Yeah,
because the odds are, I mean, the lots there were really small
They
back
are.
in the day.
They are.
So-
It's 50 feet wide.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know if anyone's interested. It seems like
I'll take a drive-by.
this, yeah, just take a peek. That's it for me. So I guess we're done, unless you had anything to say. All right, thank you.
Nice job.